Hi everyone, it's story time. I'm going to wait a minute to make sure everyone has a chance to get on and then we will get started. Oh, it's so nice to see you. I hope you guys are having a good day so far, that everyone is taking really good naps, maybe getting outside a little bit, playing some fun games, reading stories with your family. What else are you doing? Maybe some drawings? Yeah, all sorts of things to do. Maybe playing some games. I know we've been playing a lot of games here at my house. We've been doing some puzzles. What else? We started one puzzle, but it was really hard and we had to put it away. It was just too frustrating, and now is not a time for extra frustrations, in my opinion. Okay, I can see that some friends are joining us. This is fabulous. I'm so glad to see you. All right. What else is going on? Has anyone been using chalk outside? That's always a good one. Today's a nice day to maybe sit outside and do some chalk. Not really go anywhere, but still get some outside time. All right. All right, we are going to get started. Grown-ups, if you're watching with a child, feel free to write in the comments. Let me know if you have any feedback or the names of the kids who are watching so I can say hi. And we'll go from here. Ready? All right, let's get started with our regular song. Ready? We clap and sing hello. We clap and sing hello. With all our friends it's story time. We clap and sing hello. We stomp and sing hello. We stomp and sing hello. With all our friends it's story time. We stomp and sing hello. We wiggle and sing hello. We wiggle and sing hello. With all our friends it's story time. We wiggle and sing hello. We wave and sing hello. We wave and sing hello. With all our friends it's story time. We wave and sing hello. All right. Do you know what I just did? I sang the second song first. I don't even know where my mind is. So we're going to have to start completely over. See, everybody makes mistakes. All right, ready? Everybody take a seat, take a seat, take a seat. Everybody take a seat on the floor. Not on the ceiling, not on the door. Everybody take a seat on the floor. All right, that is much better. Oh, I don't know what's going on. Actually, I do know what's going on, but you know, it's okay. Everything's gonna be okay. All right. Now I can really say hello because we've done our Everybody Take a Seat song. My name is Allison. I'm the children's librarian at the West Branch Library in Somerville. I am so glad that you're here for story time. We're trying to do this pretty much like a regular story time for some consistency. Today we're going to read 3 books, a long book, a short book, and then check in with Poppleton, which we started last week. We're going to sing a lot of songs, and we are going to do our favorite song cube at the end. So I want to say hi to everybody who's watching today. I know that Matilda and Cormac are out there. Hi guys, I miss you. I miss seeing you in real life. I want to say hi to Jillian and Henry and Annika if you guys are out there today, to Dax and Keepin, and of course I want to say hi to Gracie who's in Ohio. Hi. Okay, so should we do our hello song again since I mixed up the order to start with? Why not? Ready? We clap and sing hello. We clap and sing hello. With all our friends it's story time. We clap and sing hello. We stomp and sing hello. We stomp and sing hello. With all our friends it's story time. We stomp and sing hello. We wiggle and sing hello. We wiggle and sing hello. With all our friends it's story time. We wiggle and sing hello. We wave and sing hello. We wave and sing hello. With all our friends it's story time. We wave and sing hello. Okay, so our first story is our longer story. It's called The 7 Silly Eaters. by Mary Ann Hoberman, and it's really funny. And it rhymes, which is great. All right, so here we go. Let's see. You see the pictures okay? Gotta get my shadow out of them. Not so long ago, they say, a mother lived just like today. Mrs. Peters was her name. Her little boy was named the same. Now, Peter was a perfect son in every way, except for one. When Peter was just 1 year old, he did not like his milk served cold. He did not like his milk served hot. He liked it warm, and he would not drink it if he was not sure it was the proper temperature. But Mrs. Peters did not mind. She was a mother, sweet and kind, and when his milk spilled on the floor, she patiently prepared some more. She'd take the bottle from the shelf and chuckle softly to herself, "What a silly sort of eater is my darling baby Peter." When Peter had not yet turned 2, another baby, sweet and new, was born, dear Lucy, small and fair, with big blue eyes and curly hair. But long before this child was grown, she had opinions of her own, of what she'd eat and what she'd not. She hated milk, both cold and hot, and warm was worst of all. Instead, whenever Lucy dear was fed, she bellowed for pink lemonade. Not from a can, oh no, homemade. But Mrs. Peters did not mind. She squeezed each lemon to its rind while mopping milk up from the floor and patiently preparing more. She'd take the lemons from the shelf and giggle softly to herself, "What a silly pair of eaters are Lucy dear and Peter Peters." Now Lucy grew and Peter grew till he was 3 and she was 2. And who was one? Why, little Jack, with eyes so brown and hair so black, a happy baby, never cross, but all he'd eat was applesauce. Peeling apples by the pound, Mrs. Peters faintly frowned. She'd take the apples from the shelf and murmur weakly to herself, "What a silly bunch of eaters are Lucy, Jack, and Peter Peters." Peter, Lucy, and young Jack had another brother, Mac. Mac was charming, round and plump, but if his oatmeal had a lump, Mac would dump it on the cat. Mrs. Peters hated that. But since she loved her children 4, she'd strain the oatmeal 2 times more. She'd take it from the pantry shelf and mumble sadly to herself, "What a foolish group of eaters are all my precious little Peters." Before another year was through, who came along? Why, Mary Lou. She was a darling, sweet and bright, and had a healthy appetite. That is, as long as she was fed soft and squishy homemade bread. Poor Mrs. Peters got no rest, but still she did her very best. She'd take the flour from the shelf and mutter feebly to herself, "What a fussy bunch of eaters are all my lovely little Peters." A year rolled by, the children grew. "They really are a splendid crew," sighed Mrs. Peters, pinning pins and diapering her brand new twins. Little sisters, quick and smart, impossible to tell apart, but Flo liked poached eggs, Fran liked fried. If she mixed them up, they cried. Tired to the very bone, Mrs. Peters groaned a groan. She'd take the eggs down from the shelf and whisper weakly to herself, "What persnickety young eaters are all my 7 little Peters." Now time went by as time will do, and as it passed, the children grew. The problem was that as they grew, their appetites kept growing too. But not their choice of what to eat. Each child continued to repeat they'd wanted what they'd had before. The trouble is, they wanted more. Creamy oatmeal, pots of it, homemade bread and lots of it. Peeling apples by the peck, Mrs. Peters was a wreck. She wiped her brow and heaved a sigh. Another year was passing by. In fact, she realized with sorrow, her birthday would arrive tomorrow. Drearily, she shook her head and wearily went up to bed. She thought the children had forgot her special day, but they had not. At crack of dawn, they all began to carry out their secret plan. Mrs. Peters would be fed a birthday breakfast in her bed. A breakfast made of all the foods that kept them in such happy moods. Thoughtful of the children, huh? So, While their weary mother slept, down the stairs the children crept, and from the cupboards and the shelves happily they helped themselves. Cheerfully they chopped and stirred, preparing what they each preferred. But despite the pains they took, since nobody knew how to cook, to measure things or make them hot, the more they tried, the worse it got. Can you see this picture? They're all in the kitchen together and they're kind of making a mess. First, Mac's oatmeal turned out lumpy, which made poor Mac turn grim and grumpy. In fact, the lumps got him so cross he dumped them in Jack's applesauce. This bothered Jack so much he threw it in the dough of Mary Lou, who tossed this mismatch that made straight into Lucy's lemonade. And that put her in such a huff she poured the icky, sticky stuff into the double frying pan that held the eggs of Flo and Fran, who flung the hodgepodge on the spot into the milk in Peter's pot. Oh my. But when they saw what they had done, they wished they never had begun. They'd hardly slept a wink that night, and still things hadn't turned out right. And even though they tried their best, it hadn't worked. They were depressed. They'd be in trouble too unless they found some place to hide the mess. The oven seemed the perfect spot. They all forgot it still was hot. They stuck the pot inside and then they all went back to bed again. The clock struck 6, but on they slept. Meanwhile, their mother softly stepped down to the kitchen, smelled a smell. What could it be? She could not tell. It smelled so good, she sniffed some more and opened up the oven door. She woke the children with her cries. They all came running in surprise. And in the kitchen, what they found was Mrs. Peters dancing round. And in the oven, no mistake, a pink and plump and perfect cake. And as their mother danced with glee, she cried, "A birthday cake for me! A birthday cake still piping hot? To think I thought that you forgot. Now tell me, please, how did you make this pink and plump and perfect cake? So high and light and smooth as silk?" "It's smooth as silk from all my milk," said Peter. "Lucy said it's pink from all my lemonade, I think. And from my apples," added Jack. "My oatmeal made it soft," said Mac. "My bread dough, too," said Mary Lou. Said Fran and Flo. "As for its size, it was our eggs that made it rise." Then everybody sniffed some more and danced around the kitchen floor. They put the cake upon a dish and lit the candles. "Make a wish," the children cried, "before you blow," and Mrs. Peters did just so. And what is more, her wish came true, as birthday wishes often do. And from that day to this, 'tis said, the Peters family all is fed a single simple meal, just one. A meal that's good for everyone, a meal on which they all agree, made from their secret recipe. They all take turns in mixing it, they all take turns in fixing it. It's thick to beat and quick to bake, it's fine to eat and fun to make. It's Mrs. Peters' birthday cake. And there's the family, right? Oops, right there, sitting outside eating the cake. So that's the 7 silly eaters. All right, that one's a lot of fun. Put it down there. I think it's time for a song. Oh, Lou is here. Hi, nice to see you. Okay, what should we sing first? I think Roly Poly. All right? So we have our hands like this, and Roly Poly has 4 verses. Ready? Roly poly, roly poly, up, 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 up. Roly, roly poly, roly, roly poly, down, 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 down. Roly poly, roly poly, out, 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 out. Roly, roly poly, roly, roly poly, in, 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 in. Roly poly, roly poly, loud, 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 loud. Roly, roly poly, roly, roly poly, quiet, 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 quiet. Roly poly, roly poly, fast, 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 fast. Roly, roly poly, roly. Slow, 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 slow. Very nice. Very, very nice, guys. Love it. Okay. Our next book is called One Yellow Lion. Okay? And you guys can help with this book by naming the animals that you see. Okay? One yellow lion. You see how the one turns into the lion's tail? Isn't that cool? This is a cool book. I always like this one. Let's see what comes next. Two white swans. See, the two turns into the swan. Good stuff, right? Three gray squirrels. Look at those squirrels. Do you ever see squirrels outside the window? It's fun to watch. Four red roosters. What does a rooster say? Cock-a-doodle-doo. Five blue whales. Look at those whales. Pretty good. Six black cats. Very nice. Who has a cat at home? I do. He's sleeping now. Seven purple lizards. Look at those nice lizards. Oh, they look like a lot of fun. Good counting. But there's even more. Now we've gathered at the shore. You know us all from 1 to 10. Can you count us up again? And tell our names and colors too. It shouldn't be too hard to do. Then when you're done, come join our fun. Oh my goodness. So many animals. We'll have to count those together when we're back together in person. All right, so that's One Yellow Lion. Now, we're going to sing a new song. I know, I'm all about the big three and consistency and familiarity and all that, but I kind of feel like it's time for something new, and it went really well with this book. So, the song we're going to sing, you might know it from somewhere else in your life. It has, we're going to sing 5 verses, numbers 1 through 5, and we also need 5 colors. We'll start with red, but we need to pick the other colors. Can you tell me some colors? Just shout them out. Okay, blue, I'm writing this down. So we're going to start with red, then blue. Call out some more colors. Green, I heard that. Brown. Pink, of course, pink. All right, so this song has 5 verses, the numbers 1 through 5, and then the colors red, blue, green, brown, pink. And there's a lot of repetition, so you're totally going to get it. So first, put your hands together like this, and put your thumbs up like that, and your hands are a fish, and your thumbs are the fish's fin. Got it? All right, ready? So we're going to start with verse number 1 and color red. Ready? One red fishy swimming in the water, one red fishy swimming in the water, one red fishy swimming in the water, bubble, 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 pop. How'd you like that? All right, ready for verse 2? And blue. Two blue fishies swimming in the water, swimming in the water, swimming in the water. Two blue fishies swimming in the water, bubble, 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 pop. Ready? 3 and green. 3 green fishies swimming in the water, swimming in the water, swimming in the water. 3 green fishies swimming in the water, bubble, 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 pop. 4 brown fishies swimming in the water, swimming in the water, swimming in the water. 4 brown fishies swimming in the water, bubble, 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 pop. 5 pink fishies swimming in the water, swimming in the water, swimming in the water. 5 pink fishies swimming in the water. Bubble, 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 pop. Awesome! How'd you like that new song? Right? I think it's okay to throw in something new every once in a while. We'll still stick with the old favorites, but it's nice to do something new. Okay. Our next story is the next chapter of Poppleton. So last week, you remember, we met Poppleton, right? He's a pig. He moved from the city to the country. And we met his neighbor, Cherry Sue. And they had some issues with, like, food. And then they became friends after Poppleton squirted her with a hose. Do you remember that from last week? All right. Well, let's see what happens to Poppleton this week in Chapter 2. Okay. Chapter 2, how about that? It's called The Library. It looks to me like Poppleton is going to the library, and hopefully we can all do that soon too. Right? Poppleton went to the library every Monday. Monday was always Poppleton's library day, kind of like how Tuesday is always our Storytime day. All right. If Cherry Sue invited him to tea on Monday, Poppleton would say, "Sorry, library day." If there was a wonderful parade in town on Monday, Poppleton would say, "Sorry, library day." Poppleton took library day very seriously. At the library, Poppleton always got a table all to himself. He spread out each of his things on the table: his eyeglasses, his tissues, his lip balm, his pocket watch, his bookmarker, and his duffel. Then he began to read. Sounds pretty good, actually. Poppleton liked adventure stories. He buried his head in an adventure book every Monday and left it there all day long. Sometimes he needed a tissue for the sad part. Sometimes he needed lip balm for the dry part. Sometimes he needed his pocket watch for a slow part, but he loved his adventure. At the end of the day, Poppleton finished the story. He thanked the librarian and packed up his things in his duffel. Then he slowly walked home, all dreamy from so much adventure. Monday was Poppleton's favorite day of all. And that is the end of Chapter 2 of Poppleton. So we're going to have to wait till next week to see what happens in Chapter 3. Okay? We'll do that. We'll read Chapter 3 next week. Okay, time for a song. I think our next song will be Zoom, 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 but I want to say something to Jillian, who I know is watching, about a little inconsistency in the lyrics that she has noticed. So we sang fun, 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 we're going to the sun, and then we sang far, 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 we're going to a star. And Jillian pointed out that the sun is a star, so why are we separating those two? And you're totally right, Jillian, totally right. I think we're just doing it to make another verse, honestly. And if you can come up with another verse, I am more than happy to sing it instead. So maybe I will email your mom and we will work together over this week to see if we can come up with a new verse to Zoom, 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 and we'll sing that next week. Is that good? Okay. All right. I'll be in touch with your mom. Okay. But for now, we'll just sing it the way we have been until we work out the inconsistency in those lyrics. Okay? Zoom, zoom, zoom. 3 verses. Flat hands. Ready? Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon. Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon. If you want to take a trip, climb aboard my rocket ship. Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, blast off! Fun, 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 we're going to the sun. Fun, 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 we're going to the sun. If you want to take a trip, climb aboard my rocket ship. Fun, 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 we're going to the sun. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, blast off! Far, 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 we're going to a star. Far, 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 we're going to a star. If you want to take a trip, climb aboard my rocket ship. Far, 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 we're going to a star in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast off! Excellent, excellent. Okay, time for Song Cube. Oh, would you be willing to help me? Actually, I'm super glad you're here. Look, guys, it's Catherine. Here, sit down. So I'm so glad Catherine's here because last week, so anyway, let me first say I love getting feedback and I love interacting with you guys through Storytime this way. But I had feedback from 2 people last week, and those 2 people are Maura and Anna Marie, if you guys are watching. Feedback from both of you that you did not think I was really taking whatever song the Song Cube showed. And first of all, that's not true. I was totally taking whatever song came up, even if it was something like, you know, I don't know, Head, Shoulders, Knees, and Toes, which frankly is a really long song to sing by yourself. But just because you were worried about it, I'm going to have Catherine here, who's my daughter, I'm going to have her pick the Song Cube song this week. Okay? So you can either throw it up in the air or you can throw it right here, whatever. But I'm going to turn around so I can't even see what she's doing at all, and she picks the song. All right, show it to the screen. Which one?
Itsy Bitsy
Itsy Bitsy Spider! Excellent. Ready? Ready? The itsy bitsy spider went up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sun and dried up all the rain. And the itsy bitsy spider went up the spout again. Okay, should we do the big enormous spider? Okay, ready? The big enormous spider went up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sun and dried up all the rain. And the big enormous spider went up the spout again. Okay, thank you, Catherine. I think we have time for one more Song Cube song. Oh, our cat has joined us too. Everyone's here today. All right, I'm going to turn around so Catherine can pick the Song Cube song. Maura and Anna Marie, I hope you appreciate this. This is totally for you. Okay, go ahead. Do the Song Cube. This one? This one. Oh, okay.
I don't know that one.
If you're wearing blue today, so this is when we sing at Storytime a lot, and it's pretty fun. So first of all, you need to look at what you're wearing, okay? And tell someone the colors of everything that you're wearing. Okay, like I'm wearing green and black.
I'm wearing blue.
Catherine's wearing navy blue and white. You can look at the clothes that you're wearing, figure out what you're wearing, what colors. Ready? Okay, so when we call out the colors of what you're wearing, you get to jump up. Very exciting. We'll start with blue. Okay? If you're wearing blue today, blue today, blue today. If you're wearing blue today, jump and yell hooray. Hooray! Well, I'm not wearing blue. If you're wearing green today, green today, green today. If you're wearing green today, jump and shout hooray. Hooray! Oh, nice job, guys. If you're wearing pink today, pink today, pink today. If you're wearing pink today, jump and shout hooray. If you're wearing yellow today, yellow today, yellow today. If you're wearing yellow today, jump and shout hooray. Hooray. One more. If you're wearing red today, red today, red today. If you're wearing red today, jump and shout hooray. Hooray. Excellent. All right. One more Song Cube song? Sure. I mean, why not? All right, ready? I'm not just saying the big thing. Ah! The hokey Okay, all right, right here, Kath. Ready? Everyone stand up. Get in a circle. All right, we're all in a circle together. Ready? You put your right hand in, you put your right hand out, you put your right hand in, and you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. Left hand. You put your left hand in, you put your left hand out, you put your left hand in, and you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. Right leg. You put your right leg in, you put your right leg out, you put your right leg in, and you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. Other leg. You put your left leg in, you put your left leg out, you put your left leg in, and you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. Whole self. You put your whole self in, you put your whole self out, you put your whole self in, and you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. Excellent! Very nice, very nice. Okay, guys, we have read our stories, we have sung our songs, we have a plan for next week. We're going to read the 3rd chapter of Poppleton, so I will see you all next week on Tuesday at 11. And in the meantime, check the library Facebook feed for story times with the other librarians, because we have 4 each week and they're super fun. Okay, hands up for a goodbye song. Ready?
Yes.
Open, shut them, open, shut them. Raise your hands up high. Open, shut them, open, shut them. Wave and say goodbye. Goodbye. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next week. Goodbye.